Callum Walsh just
yes,
fought.
Fucking hell.
Oh.
6, 7 or 8 rounds, was it?
Yeah, it was a few rounds off. I couldn't believe it, boy. Do you know what, actually? With his fight, I had it up on the phone because it's a balls of what are the odds. Like, you know, obviously with the LA time, it was on at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
We start work at half.
Fuck.
And I was literally leaving the house as he's coming out, and I'm like, I don't believe it. I was like, fuck.
So did you text him and say to him, leaving 4:30?
No, I just had it on in the car, and 2 minutes by bang, I was like, what?
He dropped him. He dropped him, but did your man get an A count?
Yeah, he dropped him in the first. He caught him with
Did he get an A count for that? Because I thought he stood up quickly enough.
No, I think he got a count, right?
Yeah.
But I actually, you know what though, I can't recall, but did he get a count for that? I can't remember.
Because it was kind of like something that clipped him. Your man kind of sat and got back up.
Yeah, I was only half paying attention because I was trying to look at the road as well.
But the thing, oh Jesus Christ! Fanny guards are listening.
Allegedly.
Yeah, he got a count.
But he caught him a peach on the way up.
Oh boys,
with a lead. But that's Callum's go too.
Yeah,
he loves the lead hook.
Yeah.
I don't know how he gets so much power off it, but
punch machines, boy. Just wrecking
that
the
actually
punch
is
machines,
it as well.
But you know, I was listening to a few bits about Callum during the week, like, and obviously. Yeah. Great to see a young fella from Cork doing so well. And what I found so interesting about him is that he says he just doesn't watch any boxing or never watched boxing. Yeah. It was always UFC coming up.
Yeah.
And for me, like, being a fighter, like, I used to learn a lot by watching fights and try to look at good fighters and see how they do it. But I thought it was cool that he was like, I just have my own style and I want to do everything. Like, he learns off Freddie Roach, obviously. He learns off other fighters in the gym. But for him to be making such fucking waves, man, with that kind of mindset, doing it his own way without... mimicking anyone.
Yeah, we used to be often in my house about 3-4 in the morning watching the UFC, and he could never stay awake.
Serious.
He'd snap. No, if you heard this, it was me, him, and my buddy Liam, and me and my buddy be looking at him, and he's in the corner behind the eyes, looking.
Because he's training so hard.
No, but to be fair, he always loved UFC. But even when we were in LA, staying in his dad's house, like, his dad loves watching the boxing. He'd be always, come on, we watch there, and he'd be like, nah, no interest, boy, not really. Like, I don't know what it is, but. He just doesn't really like watching that much.
He's also training twice a day, fucking hard in the gym.
So he's flat out training non-stop. But I was buzzing with the result.
So is there any, obviously the fight's just finished, so it's probably not even any talk yet, but like this kind of builds up a massive fight from now in Ireland if that's happening.
Dana White actually announced it.
Did he announce it now?
Dana White on his Instagram announced it, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it might have been.
I think it was instantly.
He announced that Callum is fighting, or that there's going to be a
Callum is coming home to fight for his next fight in Ireland, so that's going to be insane.
Oh my God!
I think that's the one. Like, obviously he's a massive fighter, not already a big name. He's a prospect, whatever. But I think this is the one that in Ireland he becomes that star that he already is. But it's like that next jump. Like 100%. When the Irish people, it's here, people see it. Place is going to be packed wherever it is. Like, I think that's what's going to set him to the next level of stardom in Ireland. And then
once the Irish get behind him, man, it's like
it's game over.
We see that McGregor, and I mean, like, he has Dana White, like, with the blueprint that he has from McGregor. Literally. And Callum's a great personality. He's very, when I listen to him talking, he means business, by.
And that's how it kind of came about. Like, Irish, southpaw, good talker, the young fella. Like, that's kind of what drew Dana in initially. And the fact that he would just take any fight. Dana was like, I've seen this before. And that's kind of how the relationship started. And obviously now it's grown ever since. Like, but no, I think that for his career, this next fight back home is going to be massive. And we'll have to be there ringside.
Fucking hell,
we'll have to bring the whole setup with us.
I can't wait. His first interview after the fight.
Oh, it has to be. But we'll get him on. Oh yeah, we'll say this to the people as well. Sure, Callum's home now. And we're going to have him on for the next episode.
Oh, boys.
So if you're listening to this one, make sure we're going to have him and Tabitha on actually for the next episode. And he hasn't been on anything since the fight, so this will be his first time reacting to it, talking about it. Savage. We'll have a laugh off the two of them. So it's going to be next week's episode, boys. It's going to be a lethal, boys.
And obviously we're going to hear how excited he is for the homecoming. Yeah. So that's his first pro fight in Ireland.
Yeah.
Boys, that's going to be huge.
He hasn't fought in Ireland in years now, since the Olympic qualifier.
They need to get a place in Cork to host that kind of event, man, because they have nowhere in Cork from. It'll have to be in Dublin.
Yeah, I don't like, if I had to guess, but I don't think it's anywhere big enough now in Cork.
Nah, there's nowhere, but
it's definitely not.
You could do it out in a field somewhere, like, but
yeah, like back in the day. Yeah. Like we used to be doing it. Nah, but overall though, just review of the card itself, or the fight itself, but I was like, that couldn't have went better for me, And like his last few fights, he just it's been going on 2, 3, 4 runs, which is obviously normal. Like that's why my prediction was maybe 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
And he actually told me that. He only told me yesterday that even Freddie said to him, I reckon you'd probably be like 6, 7. You know, he said it to Callum, like, probably 6, 7. Yeah, you get him out of there.
A tough guy, like, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Like a
and then so even Freddie reckoned maybe 5, 6, 7. But I think your man shit the bed, to be honest, when he got caught in the first round and thought,
felt the power.
I'm in trouble there. And then even when like leading up to the finish, when he was catching him with a couple of flurries, you know, when you can kind of just see it, like they're thinking, they're kind of wincing at it, and then it's kind of game over.
Do you know what I like about Callum's style, man? He mixes the body and the head very well.
Yeah.
It's nice to watch by, and he's also like, he's not afraid to get stuck in.
Yeah, I think that's his biggest thing, he gets stuck in. But I always said this was before, like, I actually have less nerves now, to be fair, when watching his fights, because that time when I went to stay with him in LA for a couple of months, they kind of grew to know me at the wild card. And like, if people don't know this about the wild card, like, it's one gym, but there's two floors. So upstairs is for just your kind of general Joe Schmoes. You can go in, pay a tenner or whatever, and just train. But downstairs is for the pros, and they lock that door. No cameras, no one's allowed in there unless you have access. Like, it's a proper old school gym. But as I became just a familiar face, they knew we were living together, etc. They were like, you can come in here and watch Callum spar on the Wednesdays and Fridays or whatever days he's sparring. And I was like, fuck, I'll go in for a look. I was just addicted by the going in. Like,
that's class, man.
Then I became so much more comfortable in his ability, because I wasn't just seeing him every few months in these fights. I was watching him twice a week sparring, like the best of the best. Like he's in there sparring with fellas like big names, Ukrainians, fellas from the UK, like that are like 6'3" with loads of UK belts, and he's just in there smashing boys.
And would they be fighting or sparring weight category or just like anyone?
Yeah, quite close enough, but like, to be fair, he sparred a fella. Actually, you know what? Nah, not really, actually, because he sparred a fella, Umar, animal of a fella. Like, where's he from again? He has like 9, 10 national titles from his own country.
But is he what, like 78 kg?
Oh no, he's like, Callum fights at 154, and I'm sure he fights at like 180 something.
Fuck.
No, and they were just in there batting, but Callum has insane power. Translates through
Russian.
Umar, look, go to Wildcards page maybe. It's like Umar Zambekov or something. But
is he a pro? Obviously, no, as well.
Yeah, he's a pro now as well. I think he has 2, 3 fights under Freddie as well. But like this, like, he's a good now. He's like one of the fellas now who's a proper prospect for the wild card as well.
Isn't it going to be some story for Callum, man, when they try, like, you know, going from being, you know, at home, not feeling like he's up to much, just going out to LA, rocking up to Freddie Roach's gym, becoming a world champion. And
the funniest thing was, he's there to me, I'm going to go to LA there for a couple of weeks just for the laugh. By seeing me, old man, just tip away, maybe do a bit of training. He was like, will you give me a lift up to the garage there and going with the boys to the airport? He shakes my hand at the garage. I'll be back in about 2 weeks. Sure, I didn't see him for about 2 years. He just never came back.
Well,
he just never came back, and because he was genuinely only intending to go for a few weeks. And then, obviously what happened, and we're here today. But like, what are the odds of that? I remember being like, yeah, see you in a couple of weeks, and that was it. I didn't see him for about 1.5 years.
Because he was kind of hopeful to be an amateur, like Olympian.
Yeah, that was it. But then he really hurt his hand by as well. He was meant to get an operation, and then COVID hit, and then he couldn't get the operation, and then like, do you know what's funny? Yeah, loads of shit happens, and then you just, but like, it's obviously things happen for a reason.
Everything worked out for him, man. Fucking hell. And best of luck to him now with that dub. Well, look, we'll chat to him next week about it anyway.